Hey, happy campers. John the Casual RVer here. Hey, today we're going to talk toilet talk. Mainly, we're going to talk about what I have in my coach here. I have a 2020 Holiday Rambler Vacationer 35K. It's a gas coach, and I happen to have two Macerator toilets. Now, for just a quick overview, motorhomes, some travel trailers. Basically, there's three different types of toilets. You have the gravity dump, and that's basically the toilet sits almost center over the black tank, and then when you flush it, it dumps directly into the black tank. You have another toilet called the vacuum flush toilet, and what that has, it has what they call a vacuum generator, and then it has a black tank, and then of course the toilet itself, and that's somewhat of a complicated system. In another video we can get into a little more deep dive about that. And then we have Macerator toilets, which I have on my coach, and this is what we're going to go kind of a deep dive into, how they work, the do's and don'ts, and the care that you should put in to a Macerator toilet. Now, what's nice about a Macerator toilets and vacuum flush toilets is you mainly have one black tank, and the toilets can be mounted pretty much anywhere in the motorhome, because a vacuum flush toilet, it uses vacuum to get the solid waste to the vacuum generator, and then the vacuum generator has another, what they call a transfer pump, and it pumps it into the black tank. With the Macerator toilets, there again, you can have multiple toilets in your RV, one single black tank. It can be mounted anywhere, and what it does, it macerates your solid waste into a liquid and virtually pumps it at a high rate of speed through a small tube to wherever the black tank may be. And there again, Macerator toilets and vacuum flush toilets don't use gravity. It doesn't need gravity. So that's kind of a basic overview about the three different type of toilets that RVs have. There are more, I know that, but we won't get into those right now. So let's go kind of in a deep dive into the Dometic 7600 series Macerator toilets. There again, I have two of these, one in the half bath and one in the master bath. What's nice about the Macerator toilets, number one, you're not going to see a pedestal. What I mean, the toilet is not going to sit on a raised pedestal where it's about 3 or 4 inches off the base of the floor, because it doesn't need to. Number two, it's not going to have a hole on the bottom of the floor. There again, it doesn't need to, and I'll show you why. So we have some different components. We have your water valve. It's electronically operated. We have your foot level flush. We have your computer control board, and that kind of goes like that, and you have a couple of contacts here depending on what type of flush you're doing. And then we also have, which is the most important part, this is your Macerator pump, right? So this would be mounted in the back of the toilet. Now there again, the top of the porcelain toilet sits right over here. Your waste goes directly into here. Let me pop this apart. This is new, by the way, so don't freak out that there's human waste in here, because there is not. So the waste will go down into here and in to this impeller. Now when you flush, either with what they call a dry flush or a wet flush, this impeller starts spinning at a very, very high rate of speed, extremely high rate of speed. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but that's a really, really small tube for this solid waste to go through, right? But it actually, it liquefies it. So once it starts spinning and the solid waste contacts this, it liquefies it. And so this is sitting like this. This kind of sits like this. There again, the orientation of this is not correct, but you get the point, right? And then the solid waste is pumped through here and then out this tube. And this tube there again, it can go for a long run. It could even go for 30 feet uphill if it had to. But in motorhome RV case, they really don't, because your black tank is normally always below your floor level. And then this tube will send it to the black tank, and then that's how that works. So let's talk about what you don't want to put into this toilet. Now, there's a lot of talk in the RV industry and on forums and Facebook, YouTube, about what you can and cannot put down this. Well, hopefully this will kind of clarify visually what I mean. Number one, big no-no. You don't want to put down these flushable wipes, these sanitary wipes, whatever. They don't disintegrate or they don't tear very easy. So think about it. You flush the toilet, this goes down here, right? This wipe immediately hits these impeller blades that are spinning extremely fast. This does not disintegrate or tear very easy. It can easily get stuck in this aluminum impeller, right? It can jam up. Look at that little small hole that all that waste is going through, right? It could clog this. There again, it could bend the impeller or actually seize this pump up really, really quickly. And it goes in the counterclockwise direction, by the way. So you don't want to use these, and you can see why. Toilet paper, regular solid human waste, no problem. This thing will just, like I say, it will liquefy it before it shoots it out. This it will not. Another kind of discussion on YouTube and in the RV forums is your packets or the drop-ins, right? There again, those pack-ins or drop-ins, they could weigh a quarter ounce to 3/4 of an ounce. They're a powder in there, but they're encased, right? So there again, this is spinning at an extreme high rate of speed. You drop that packet in there. That hard packet, hits this with the plastic. It's not really a plastic. It dissolves fairly quickly, but not quick enough that could cause damage to this impeller or could get stuck in the outlet right there. So you want to stay away from those if you don't want to ruin this impeller pump and have a real bad day, right? What I use, and there's several products on the market. Any liquid, there's a lot of good liquid tank treatments out there that you can put in there. I'm a big fan of Happy Campers. What I'll do, I'll fill the toilet bowl up before we first start our outings with about a gallon of water. It's a powder, so I just sprinkle it in the toilet. It instantly dissolves, and then you can flush it down. Not a big deal. There again, same with the liquid tank treatments, several of them out there. Just pour it in there. No harm to this. But that's very, very important that you take special care of a Macerator toilet like this. And this also goes for the vacuum flush toilets. even though vacuum flush toilets don't use a macerator pump, they have a bellow, they have duck bills in there. Oh, excuse me. The packets could get stuck, in the bellow or in the duck bills in your vacuum generator. So at all costs, stay away from that type of product flushing down the macerator toilets. So what we're going to do now is go into the half bath and kind of show you a little more care and a couple of unique features with the macerator toilet. And I'll explain the dry flush. Dry flush is it puts down only 0.23 of a gallon of water. Then your full wet flush puts down just under 1 gallon of water. And with the Dometic 7600 Macerator series toilet, that can be programmed very, very easily. So let's go in the half bath. Hold on just a second, and we'll get set up, and we'll explain a little more about that and some care, what you should do for storage and that type of stuff. So hold on, we'll get right back with you. All right, so this is the half bath, and how this works is, there again, you see there is no pedestal, and this toilet can be mounted anywhere. It does not matter, because like I say, all the mechanism, sorry about the movement here, all the mechanism is right back here. Now there's what they call a clamshell, 2 little fasteners that comes out, and it can all be serviced. Actually, it looks tighter than it is. The whole toilet can be serviced there, or you can just remove the 2 lag screws that bolts the toilet down to the base of the floor, and service it. Very, very easy. So let's get into a couple of unique features again that I kind of discussed earlier. With the foot flush, like I was saying earlier, you can program the amount of water that goes into it. To program it, what you'll do is press your foot on it, hold it all the way down to the floor for 10 seconds, and that will program your dry flush. There again, your dry flush is approximately 0.23 of a gallon. And once you program it, it's good until you reprogram it. So if you want to reprogram it, then you just, there again, hold the foot flush all the way down to the floor for 10 seconds, and that will bring it back to the full wet flush, which is, I believe it's 0.83 of a gallon of water. So almost 1 gallon. All right, so this may be a little gross, but it isn't. If you're RVing, this is just a part of RV life. So as you can see here, I just have a little RV antifreeze, and for the care of this, during the camping season, once we're done camping, what I'll do is I'll get 1 ounce of Dawn dishwashing detergent, fill it up with about 1 gallon of water, put it in there, and let it sit for about 10 minutes. And what that does, the detergent will kind of clean the impeller blades, and then after about a few minutes, then I'll flush it down, and you're good to go until your next camping trip. For winterizing, what I'll do is same process, clean the impeller, but then I'll put the RV antifreeze down, and then flush it a couple of times, because you don't want any fresh water sitting into those small tubes with the angles that they're at. And there again, this toilet does not have to have water in it all the time, because there is no seals to that's going to dry out. So you know, when you put it up for storage or whatever, you can just do that winterization method, and you don't have to put the RV antifreeze all the way up to the top there, because it doesn't need it. There is no seals that are going to dry out with the Macerator toilet. There again, all porcelain except for your bottom base. It is plastic. Really, really nice, solid composite lid and toilet seat. But just a great all-around toilet. They're very, very reliable. These been in, like I said, these been in the marine industry for many, many years. Pretty much trouble-free if you use the right care. So that's it for now. Any questions or comments, please leave them down in the comment section. If you haven't already, please subscribe, hit that like button, and we will see you later. Take care, happy camping, and safe travels.